Most people think of counting the rings when measuring the lifespan of a tree. But to do that, you have to cut the tree down, which is probably not what you want to do. Luckily, there is another way to assess the lifespan of a tree without risking its life and limb. Science time! Measure the circumference of the tree's trunk about 4.5 feet off the ground. Then, divide that number by pi, which is 3.14 if you recall. And now you have the diameter at breast height, or DBH in arborist lingo. Then, multiply the DBH by the tree species' typical growth factor, a number assigned to each species that corresponds to how fast it typically grows. You can find charts for this online. Okay, so that equation gives you a typical age for the size of your tree. Problem is, Canada is a huge country and we're very geographically diverse. So what's typical in one area may not be typical in another. Plus, it can also depend on where the tree is growing on your property. Trees out in the open, for example, have more access to light than trees in the understory of the forest canopy. If you're really determined, there is another way. You can get a tree core sample using something called an increment borer. This tool extracts a long, narrow, tube-shaped piece of the tree trunk. This allows you to examine the tree rings without cutting down the tree. But ask yourself how badly you want this information before you start drilling holes in your gentle giants. The process is intrusive, and any wound to the tree is a risk to its long-term health.